What's poppin'? Welcome to Overthrow Media, your best place for politics, hip-hop, and life. It's Big Villainous, your comrade revolutionary, dope-ass MC, and international sex symbol. Today, we're gonna talk about the Matrix and its feminist agenda. Shifting sands like chronos, holding morbid golden. I see it goes, just goes. Tipping hands of man-made molding moldy corpses. I see it goes, just goes. So I just came back from watching The Matrix Resurrection and immediately noticed some things at the end of the movie. So Neo is no longer the one. It is Trinity. And when I saw that, I realized one thing. That the Red Pillars were gonna make a whole fucking video and uproar about this, so I had to do it first. Nigga, the feminist agenda, let's go. I find it funny because the whole ideology of the Red Pill is based off these red pill, blue pill of the Matrix. Well, it felt like the Matrix was trying to bite back a little bit. Spoiler alert. But the way they had made Trinity become the one instead of Neo at the end of the movie was like, I already knew the Red Pillars were gonna go buck wild, so I had to beat them to the punch. Oh yeah. I had to talk to you about it a little bit since I've been focused apparently on Red Pillars, which is kind of ridiculous to me because I'm not even really, I'm a no pillar. The funny thing about that is, by the no pill movement that I just made up on top of my head a few weeks ago, you know that shit? Yeah, I made that up. Yeah, that was me. That's all me. If you start using the no pill movement, you have to pay me for it. I own the rights to that. It is trademarked, says me, and you know it is what it is. But it's really funny because Trinity in the movie didn't even need to take a red pill to get back the fuck out. Yes, so to break down this movie and how it worked out. Neo and Trinity were both put back into the Matrix, restored back to their youth and held at a certain age. Well, kind of the youth, not really youth. They weren't really that young. They didn't age, but like the 10 years between the movies. Despite 60 years went by in the movie. Despite it makes no damn sense that they aged at all. Where's the deep face when you need it? You had to have Neo young, you had Trinity young instead of like aging 10 years and 60. I don't understand why they aged at all, but whatever. When the movie started getting into it, Neo was supposed to be the one they were saving Neo, but they really started diving into how the bond between Trinity and Neo was the foundation of Neo's power. So, without a woman being by his side, he wouldn't have power, in other words. Bet. Okay? So I already know Red Pillars are gonna go berserk and be like, oh, you trying to belittle men to be able to only be dependent on women. Well, I guess you kind of know how women have felt like for last few thousand years. Few thousand. I'm really underestimating that time frame. To be clear, man, be perfectly honest, 100%. Yeah, it's a thing. As you move through the movie and you see like how they're trying to fight against this new force, played by Doogie Howser.
Start your engines. It's gonna be a bumpy fucking ride.
Doogie Howser is the ultimate villain. We've been known it. We've been warned about Doogie, but nobody listened to us. We're trying to tell everybody about Doogie, how Doogie was gonna bring the end of the world, and the robots were gonna take over. It's gonna be a whole problem. Yes, it happened. Doogie Howser did it. But how Doogie Howser was using psychological manipulation through the whole movie, like a fucking abuser, to be able to control both Neo and Trinity, giving them enough pleasure and enough distress. So they were in displeasure their whole lives, but were enough comfortable that they could not see that they had been put back in the Matrix. And they didn't realize that the real world was, the real world. And it's really funny how, actually, they turned the reality of the situation, the reality of the allegory of colonization, which the whole movie seems to be based off at this point. They turned it into a fucking video game that people played and made them hella money, supposedly, but really was just a way to be an outlet to torment Trinity and Neo for, however long. When Neo gets liberated, he realizes that Trinity is still alive and still within the machines, so he's just determined to get back up in there, to be able to liberate Trinity. When he gets back up there, she almost walks away, but then realizes what was going on. Like, I'm not gonna choose the Matrix. I'm gonna choose to be free. Now, when that goes down, everything goes wild, so on and so forth, and she's already having visions about what's gonna happen in the future. They get outside, and they're surrounded by all these fucking bots, and Neo tries to fly and just cannot do it. Neo cannot fly. He's stuck, so they have to fight their way through, running through the city, destroying everything, killing countless amounts of people. Yeah, cyber genocide. Forgot to mention the robots are on their side too, so they have some cyborgs and shit trying to help them, as well as other robots being against them. You know, it's a complicated story. But anyways, they end up on the roof. And there's a point where it's like, man, we just gotta jump. And they jump and start falling. But then Trinity can fly. Trinity, the one who took no pills. No red pills, no blue pills. Just herself. No pill rule. She leads Neo into becoming, once again, one of the ones. But she's at the forefront. And so, after seeing this, I completely comprehended that right now, as we speak, if I didn't beat them to the punch, I might already beat them to the punch because I saw it first, that the Red Pillars would be plotting to make a whole bunch of reaction takes to this, talking about how the canon has been destroyed for the feminist agenda, how they had to bring women and put them at the forefront. And is it pandering? I don't know, maybe, possibly. It wasn't the biggest pander if it is pandering, but it could be pandering. It could be pandering to feminists. I'm not really beyond that reality being a possibility. But is that really that bad of a thing? In a franchise that can do whatever the fuck it wants with their films, you know what I mean? In a franchise that flopped the last two, and this is actually okay, but still nowhere near as good as the first one. Yeah, I mean, they can do it. I had no problem with it, but I'm already picturing how the Red Pillars are blowing their fucking tops right now because Neo is in the forefront. The every man is in the forefront, or I mean, the every white man, let's be 100. Because they even replaced Morpheus with somebody else. Ooh, shit. Morpheus ain't even a black nigga no more. I mean, he's black, but he's a robot. So he's not really, the actor's really black, but the fucking Morpheus really isn't, because Morpheus isn't even human anymore. Man, no niggas in the movie. Okay, I'm lying, there's some niggas, but you know what I mean, it wasn't the main nigga. Morpheus was our main nigga. Look what happened. Anyways, that's my only beef with it. I wanted the original Morpheus, man. Well, I guess they didn't pay him enough, and I feel it, nigga. You know your worth. Get your money. I couldn't help but think about how this was gonna turn out as far as like the reactions, because we see that over and over again, Red Pillars and all these white dudes can't take it that things might change. They can't take races or genders changing, or the focal points of the characters that they seem to love changing. The fictional characters that are made up, which shows how fragile white masculinity really is. To be honest, no cap, it's kind of corny, but you know, hey, each their own. But I do think that a little pander here, a little pander there isn't too big of a deal. And if Trinity gets to be the one or Neo, I don't care. They're both white. Doesn't matter. They're still white saviors. Let's be 100. All right. So I know I'm a little uproar and like going a little wild, but you know, I feel like I've been feeling the vibe of this. As soon as I saw the movie, like, I gotta talk about this. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that they're gonna go buck wild? Let me know in the comment section. I really do. I think they're gonna go bug wild, being like, how Neo was supposed to be the one. They're ruining everything. The liberals. I mean, the liberals are kind of ruining everything, but not because of the fucking movies. It's because they're just as right as you right-wing weirdos. Bruh, America's fucked. Well, okay, America's been fucked. America's fucked from the foundation. I mean, it was kind of a colonizer nation that, like, you know, committed genocide to steal the land and inspired Hitler and everything he did with the eugenics programs and the, you know, solution to the Indian problem being the same as the solution to the Jewish problem. And, you know, the whole, like, mentality of fascism being the foundation of this country, and how really the movie actually was touching on how we had to break from the system. And even at the end, it kind of rolled some fuck the police, fuck the state music, like literally did it. So we know that the allegory is not about, you know, women. It's about the systems that control us, you know, the systems of colonization, the systems of capitalism, systems of patriarchy. I actually thought that movie was relatively interesting, and I like the concept they're trying to play with. It still was it wasn't as intellectual as the first one, but that's okay. At least they showed up the last two, which were trash. We're uber trash. Now I know this isn't normal type of content I make, but it's okay, because sometimes I want to do something a little different. Hey, if you have expendable money or you can bootleg, go ahead and check that movie out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. You know what time it is. It's time for me to get the fuck out of here. You can also support me at Villainous_music at, first off, Patreon. I need some more Patreon. What's going on? What's good, y'all? Y'all watching this, but y'all ain't helping me keep it going. What's going on, man? Let's get it. You can also find Villainous_music at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, SoundCloud, and fuck with my music. Also, House of Usher coming soon. Be ready. It's gonna be the end of next month or February. Just be ready. It's coming for you. So make sure to tune in next time when I drop another video. I don't know what the topic's gonna be yet. I haven't shot it yet. Also, support Fight Toxic Prisons, who is breaking you out of the motherfucking matrix as we speak, aka the prison system and the capitalist industrial complex that bases all its wealth off of the slavery of our oppressed people. Make sure to support FTP by going to the FTP Sustainer. Link will be in the comment section, where you'll also find my Patreon so you can support my art and, all my other links that you might want to check the fuck out. All right, we outro. I'm gonna go this way this time, though.
Walking through the crease and the cracks of the streets, struggling for some food and a bed to sleep, while trying to cause overthrow. I'm feeling weak, ideology buff.